Hey, in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about how this COVID-19, the riots, and everything going on in our world right now is affecting my music business. And I hope it gives you some really inspiring insights, even though there's some crazy times going on. Let's go. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. So, hey guys, I'm just going for a walk. I'm downtown Toronto, actually, and it's just beautiful. I come to this kind of old-fashioned place that's really neat. It's kind of like a distillery district where they used to have these old beer houses and stuff. There's some cool coffee shops and things that have opened up that are really inspiring. And I just needed to get out of the house, because I work there, I live there, and, we can only go through the Starbucks drive-through back in where I live, but down here there's some really inspiring art and different things and buildings and stuff, and I just needed to get out now that it's finally warming up. And today I had to hit pause on a song release that we're going to releasing this upcoming Friday as I'm recording this. It's Tuesday as I record this, but we had a new song coming up Friday. Was doing all this planning for it, starting to promote it, had it up on my Patreon, all this stuff, getting ready to launch it. But the song happens to be called Dangerous. Okay, the song is called Dangerous, and it's got a lot of attitude, and it's not angry, but it's got a lot of attitude. And I thought, with the rioting and everything going on, is probably not a good time to release a song called Dangerous. And so to be sensitive with everything that's going on, we decided to hit pause. And so we're going to reschedule it. I don't even know when we're going to reschedule it yet. We're going to see how things pan out in the next few weeks. But, it was perfect for sports and for UFC and all this stuff. And we're getting some guys to breakdance to it and do some really cool stuff to promote it. But unfortunately, just with this going on, it's caused me to have to pivot. And so it's kind of frustrating. And so I just want to know, this is affecting me too. And, at the same time, I'm just like, what? I don't want to waste a good song and just push forward just because. Okay, I'm actually recording this on that Blackout Tuesday that everybody did and took a pause from social media to recognize that Black Lives Matter. And they do. And let me tell you, man, I'm obviously not black, but I've married a Jamaican woman, and her dad is definitely very mulatto, and he's experienced a lot of racial things going on. And I can tell you from a lot of the black friends that I grew up with, I've always had black friends growing up with, and just really great guys, great people, great family. But I'll tell you this, some of the guys that I used to travel across the border with when we drive from Canada to the U.S., it was always the worst experience because they would totally racial profile and they would pull us over and I'm not saying all guards were like this, but I'll tell you what, the majority of the time it was. And it's really sad that we judge people and we prejudice and profile and all these things. And it is a real thing. And, I wasn't going to post about it at first because, I'm a white guy, what can I say? But I saw this post by this guy named Jerry Lorenzo, who runs this massive fashion brand called Fear of God. And he said, look, this isn't the time to be silent. Everybody can make a difference. Everybody can, voice an opinion on something and make a difference. And so I encourage you to speak out about the things that you're passionate about, especially this, if we want it to change, because, God created man in his likeness, and it says he created all mankind in his likeness. Okay, it doesn't say he created them all white or all Asian or all mulatto or all black. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to encourage that love conquers all, and to keep pushing through this. It's some hard times, some crazy times. And regarding to music, at the same time, because I want you to prosper. I want you to do well. I want to do well during these times. There's another song that I'm working on right now that is talking about healing and helping people get through a tough time. And I'm trying to finish that off as soon as I can with a buddy to put that out instead. And, be a voice of comfort and a voice of encouragement. And so just because this one thing happened, I can't use this one song. I'm not going to get all down in the dumps and angry and bitter and, start raging. No, I'm going to just pivot. going to reschedule and make sure that song goes out at the right time so I can have the right impact, because this thing is going to be over eventually and we're going to get back to our lives. Is the world ever going to be the same again? I think it's going to be different, but I think with people are really recognizing that they need to get their online game on and online business on more than ever, especially in the music industry. For all the artists that were relying on only touring, I've gotten a really big wake-up call, and we all have, and that's why you just gotta be nimble, you gotta be able to pivot, you gotta keep learning and growing through this. And that's why I'm always growing and going to conferences and taking courses and hiring mentors. I got a new mentor I'm working with right now that I can't wait to, he's already helped me a whole bunch on a bunch of stuff that I'm really excited about. And of course, I pass that on to you guys in Fanbase University and on this podcast. But I encourage you, see where you can write a song and be a voice and make a difference in this world. Don't let this fear, because they're trying to just induce fear into us and get the emotions heightened, and so that we just don't do anything, and so that we just rely on the government. And I'm not a subscriber to that, man. I trust God for my resources. I am the architect of my own life. I'm not looking for a presidential handout, whether you're Republican or Democrat or whatever. A lot of people ask me, why I vote, or why I would vote for Trump, and it's not because he's a Republican or a Democrat, it's because he's pro-life, and I'm against abortion, okay? I'm against killing people, and that might offend you, it might offend some people, but, I vote based on policies. I'm not voting him because I'm thinking he's going to change my life or make me more money. I had one of my most successful times was during the 2009 crash, or 2008 crash, whenever it was, and I was never watching the news, never watching the news. It's only in the last couple of years we've actually paid a little bit more attention to it, and honestly I try not to, because it just induces fear and it paralyzes you and it makes you not want to do anything. And I don't want to wake up and feel like I don't want to do anything. I want to wake up like I want to go write a song, conquer the world, make a difference. And I just encourage you, man, don't look at that stuff. Keep filling yourself up with. Go listen to some Les Brown. Go listen to some Eric Thomas. Those are actually two African Americans that are just really inspiring and some of the best motivational speakers. Go listen to my man Peter J. Daniels. Go listen to Brian Tracy. Go listen to Joyce Meyer. Go listen to someone who's going to pump you up and encourage you, and listen to the good news instead of listening to all this bad news and garbage. And I'm not saying that it's not happening, but I'm just saying don't focus on it, because there have been some days where I have, caught myself getting a little down, and just especially when I saw all the riots and literally seeing people getting hurt and, places destroyed. It was just man, this is crazy. But you know what? It's not happening everywhere. Okay, it's not happening around the whole world, but it is happening in certain places. It is real, but it doesn't mean we have to let it negatively affect us. Let it cause you to get righteously angry and write a song about it that can make a difference, that can breathe hope and encouragement into people's lives. All right. And if you need some encouragement, you need some hope. All right. Come join the Fanbase University calls. Okay. I promise you that it's not just marketing and education. There's a lot of inspiration in there and getting around other people that are going to encourage you. Okay, so don't do this alone. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com. I hope to see you on the next call. Have an amazing day. Keep fighting, my friend. I want to remind you that a fighter isn't someone who never fails. A fighter is someone who never quits. So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full-time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students and I coach them and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.